All right, Billy the Fridge. Thank you for joining me on Grady TV today.
What's up, Grady?
Not much. I'm a longtime fan and supporter
Friend.
and friend, and I am really curious. One thing about you that I don't think a lot of people know much about. They know about all the internet activities like wrestling and battle cam and drunken peasants, but we want to get into your childhood. What made Billy the Fridge and stuff like that. So, and we'll
Yeah.
get into everything else as well.
Okay, cool.
But let me ask you, whereabouts are you from originally?
I was born in Seattle, Washington. The University of Washington Hospital, I think it was. I don't know. Seattle, though. I've been born and raised. Pretty much lived in Seattle my whole life.
Okay, what's your family like? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have a sister. I have some step siblings that came in, I don't know, in my teens, my mid teens. And then cousins and stuff like that.
Okay, so did you live in a house with your mom and dad and your brothers and sisters, or
Yeah,
was there
my
an extended nuclear family of cousins and stuff living there too? Or
well, we would have people in and out at some points, different types of people, but mostly it was my father, my mother, my sister, and I.
okay, what was your home life like?
It was pretty hectic. I think there was a lot of drug use going on. My dad got drug tested at his job in the late 80s for marijuana, and he had to go to a treatment for marijuana or else he'd lose his job. And because marijuana stays in your system for 30 days, when he got out, he decided to start smoking crack because it gets out of your system in like 2 days. So he was more likely to pass a piss test on crack. So we got the tail, we got hit smack dab in the tail end of the crack epidemic.
Was that hitting Seattle pretty hard at that time?
I mean, it wasn't too hard. I think there's a lot of areas that were a lot worse, but
Well,
we were right in the middle of it because
what I
it
mean
was.
was your were your peers in similar situations, or was this like a kind of were you the only one that was like dealing with this crack problem at home, or
I mean, most of my friends' parents, as far as I know, did not smoke crack. Maybe a couple of my friends' parents smoked crack, but I'm not sure. It wasn't a normal thing. There was a lot of like the neighborhood I grew up in, or the town, not the neighborhood. The little city I grew up in had Bill Gates High School in it on one end, and then the other end of the city was where I was, little Shoreline, Washington, and there was some affluent areas there, but we were in the butt crack, the unincorporated area of the city. We were closest to the projects, the Ballinger homes. The Ballinger homes kids, their parents would most likely do crack. Remember, I had a friend, Tyreek, and he was a little younger than me, and he would sell crack, and he would have me go around with him and be like his muscle so he wouldn't get beat up. I think he was like 12, and I was like 14. And he would just have me walk around with him as he sold crack. So I'm sure there were other people doing crack. I just don't remember any of my friends directly having crackhead parents, but you never know.
right? And at what age did the crack come into play?
I would say it was around, I was 6 years old or so, five, 6, 7 years old.
And was there any attempt to shield you from this, or was this just going on right in front of you, or?
I didn't really know there was crack until maybe I was 10. So I don't know exactly when the crack came into play. I just know that there was quite a bit of downtime after the weed got out of my dad's system, and he went to fucking weed rehab. So
Okay.
it was after weed rehab, and it lasted for quite a while until my adulthood.